We're going to every grocery store that offers sushi and we're putting them up against each other to see which one has the best options. Comparing price,
It's not working.
quantity, and taste.
Eat some of these.
We're going to Sam's Club, Publix, Sprouts, Whole Foods. Tried to find it at Trader Joe's because I saw this article that said that they actually brought sushi back. But it turns out that that's not true in Florida,
Florida stores don't carry it anymore. The West Coast might still carry it. We have a frozen kimbap.
which doesn't actually have any seafood in it. We're comparing California rolls, rainbow rolls, and
Hey Google, how do you pronounce Nigiri?
That's pronounced Nigiri.
nigiri. Sam's Club spot is called Fujisan, and they had a machine that they rolled the rolls up in. They start making their rolls at 7 a.m. fresh, seemingly bigger portions and larger platters for sharing. Publix has a sushi counter called Zenshi Sushi, with a machine rolling out the rice on the nori as well. If you go in the morning, they are also making them fresh. The longer you wait in the day, the less fresh they are later. The prices are standard, but on Wednesdays, you can get $5 rolls. Not all specialized rolls are included. Sprouts has a small sushi area next to the substation where they are making rolls of all different types. They didn't have a rainbow or nigiri available, but at request they did make them. By hand, by the way, no machine.
Do you sell a lot of sushi?
Not really.
Whole Foods has a sushi counter called Genji Sushi, where they make their rolls fresh daily as well. They use a machine just like Sam's and Publix to press out the rice, but everything else is by hand. They don't offer rainbow rolls though. Not sure why. Everybody else is doing it, except Trader Joe's, I guess. We're back, and I've got everything here. I'm sure there's some grocery stores up north, west, east, other places. This is what we got here in Central Florida. We got a California roll. We got another California roll. There's the other California roll. And another one. California prices, let's go. Sprouts, $7.99. Sam's Club, $7.85. Publix, $7.49. Whole Foods, $8.49. So the most expensive California roll is Whole Foods. Most expensive to least expensive. But look how many more rolls you're getting when you get the Sam's Club. This may be the closest in price to the Whole Foods, but you are getting way more food. Just take a little gander here. One does look bigger than the other. Sprouts and Sam's Club will give you 15 rolls when you get the California. Publix and Whole Foods are giving you 8. The bang for your buck comes in right there in the center at Sam's and Sprouts. But what's most important is what tastes the best. Let's open these babies up. There it is. Sushi is an aphrodisiac, so we're gonna be in a good mood during this video. Looks like all of these rolls have crab with a K, which means it's actually not crab. It's actually made with a fish called surimi, which I believe they make into some type of paste and mold it into a crab-like shape. The actual California roll was not invented in California at all. It was actually invented in Vancouver. The chef still is around these days and you can actually eat at his restaurant. Pretty darn cool. We know which one's the cheapest, Publix. We know which one has the most, Sam's Club. Let's figure out which one's chopped. Can you imagine chopping something with a chopstick? It's not how you eat. Let's start with the cheapest. Fresh. Get a good piece of avocado in there. First one's always the hardest to pull out. Sprouts. Very similar to Publix. Has a little bit of a sweeter note. Some Sam's. You can see that the crab with a K is shredded. Maybe that makes it a little bit more cost effective. It's not for you. By no means is it bad, but the others taste a little bit better. I think that they put mayonnaise in the mix with the crab meat, which kind of gives it another flavor too. It might be unhealthy for you. Whole Foods. This one actually looks a little bit more like not fake crab. Technically, this isn't a whole food, it's processed. That's how they made it into sushi. Whole Foods has a very sesame vibe. A bigger crunch from the cucumber in there. Get any California roll except Sam's, because Sam's changes it up a little bit too much with the shreds and the mayonnaise mix. All of these California rolls taste amazing. The biggest bang for your buck for value is definitely Sprouts. You get the most, they all taste pretty much the same. When they make it fresh in house like that, what could we expect? Let's go rainbow. Sam's Club is coming in at $11.53. Sprouts, $12.99. Publix, $11.49. Sprouts, a little more expensive here. Whole Foods not being in this competition, we're gonna have a different loser of price. Publix is still the cheapest, but Sam's Club is only 4 cents more. Just looking at the color of the avocado on the Sam's Club, I'm like, thinking about going to Sprouts these days. We also saw them cut that avocado while he made this fresh for us, so. You get 8 pieces for Whole Foods and Sprouts. 10 pieces for Sam's Club. Does 100% look like the same amount of food. Like, a rainbow roll is technically a California roll with fish and stuff on top. You don't have any fish smells. Big roll, really delicious. I'm not gonna say it's the best yet, but oof, it's close. Let's just look at this Sam's Club now also. This is Publix, this is Sam's Club. What is going on? We like the California roll at Publix better than Sam's Club. I'm a member for life, but I just can't tell if I'm gonna be going there for sushi anymore after this comparison. Maybe even though it's only a little bit of fish, it's better than the way it looks. It's way more consumable because it's a small bite. About the same amount of food, not as good of quality. Dang it, I wanted to really like you. They cut them very thin, like it's like a piece of paper. You invented Walmart, you brought Sam's Club to my life, you gave me good deals, you made me buy a membership. The sushi is just not hitting. It's not hitting like it used to. Sprouts is kind of newish to me, being an upstate New Yorker. I'm stunned how beautiful this roll is. The quality of the avocado and the fish on there is far superior. Sprouts was my winner in California roll, so is Sprouts gonna be the one? I don't even think we need to do the nigiri now, like Sprouts is gonna win. Look at the tuna colors. The Publix is dark, Sam's is super dark, and then you look at Sprouts and it's like ruby red. Don't even get the rainbow roll at Sam's Club, no, I'm sorry, no. So just comparing Publix to Sprouts, I'm gonna have to say Sprouts is before anything else. The fish quality is really that much better. Last but not least, we have the nigiri to compare, and then we'll know which grocery store has the best sushi. Maybe one day I'll go to California and try it at a Trader Joe's, and then I'll tell you my opinion about that. If you guys have tried Trader Joe's sushi, you have to let me know all about it in the comments. Nigiri is a type of sushi that is made with rice on the bottom, and then they put fish on top. Sashimi is just the fish. I've never seen just sashimi sold at a grocery store. Sprouts is $9.49, Publix $11.49, Sam's Club $13.10, and Whole Foods $14.49. This is if you don't really like nori. People be picky these days. Definitely looking smaller. Last but not least, that Whole Foods better be good at that price. You got Sprouts, Publix, Sam's Club, and Whole Foods. Whole Foods is looking like whack compared to Sprouts. For some reason, the most expensive here is looking kind of the most rank. Whole Foods and freaking Sam's Club looks like some chemical fish. Like the color is not as vibrant as the Sprouts and the Publix. Both Whole Foods and Sam's Club offer nearly the same amount of nigiri if you really look at it. It's 10 versus 8 pieces. The Sam's Club pieces are smaller, but the Whole Foods pieces and the Sam's Club pieces are very much smaller than the Publix and the Sprouts. The quality of fish here is actually a really large difference. And I never would have guessed because you can't really tell when you're looking through the plastic containers when you're buying stuff at the grocery store. Whole Foods, maybe they're going out all natural, which is why it looks like it's not looking good, or maybe the taste will be better than it looks. Because for $9.49 versus nearly $15, I think I'm going for Sprouts even before tasting. I'm really impressed with this Sprouts stuff. We're going fishing. So big. These nigiri are so big that it's actually 2 in 1. Super fresh, delicious. Only thing I would put on it is a little sriracha, but I like sriracha with my tuna. Publix. This tuna, I'm not really liking the way it looks as much. It's ribbed with like a fatty line in there. Not as red as the Sprouts as well. The amount of tendon inside of the tuna here, I'm like stretching it out, it looks weird. I just don't like it as much. It's kind of chewier here at the Publix. It's good to know, that's why we're doing this taste test. It would be a no. Okay, let's go for that Sam's Club tuna piece. Sam's Club sushi being a little teeny weeny over here. But this one is a one-biter. I do like that one better than the Publix. And we're looking at Whole Foods tuna up in here. Sushi for me has to be gorgeous, and we're not really getting that out of this. But they're not coming in as giant as Publix and Sprouts, so let's go for the one-biter. The winner for the nigiri is Sprouts. It's just so good, it's so fresh. There's a good amount of rice on there, but the fish is like, It's making me alive. It's better. It's just better. Publix is gonna go at the bottom for taste, then Sam's Club, Whole Foods, and then Sprouts. For price alone, I'm not buying any Whole Foods. I'm gonna still buy Sam's Club Nigiri, and Sprouts has a new customer that is gonna be buying sushi there all the time. There you have it, all the sushi ranked for the most popular grocery stores in my city, ranked best to worst. Sprouts surprised me the most with the best tasting and most quantity sushi. Publix did come in being the cheapest overall, Whole Foods the most expensive, and Sam's Club just didn't really meet us on the freshness level and the quantity that was expected, being that Sam's Club is a freaking membership place where you always think you're getting more. It's Walmart sushi, but I expected more. If you guys have never been to a Sprouts before,
It smells so good in here.
and tried their sushi, go give it a try, and let me know if you agree with this consensus in the comments. And if you're looking for more grocery store reviews, comment what foods you want to see me compare next. I was thinking the pizza, or the hot food, maybe the cold foods. Ooh, all of the desserts. Let's just eat ice cream for a week.